Talisman Sabre, Juniper Oak, Air Defender, 2023 is full of military exercises, and let's be honest, they have some pretty great names. The U.S. Navy and Marine Corps just wrapped up another joint training operation. The Pentagon called it one of the most realistic and technologically advanced exercises ever executed. So what sort of sick name did the powers that be give this drill? Large-scale exercise. Yeah. It did live up to its name, though. 25,000 sailors and Marines across 22 time zones took part in this year's large-scale exercise. It's the second iteration of the training. The first was held back in 2021. LSC 2023 simulated a scenario where two near-peer adversary nations were acting aggressively, and this virtual situation required a multifaceted global response from the U.S. Navy and the Marines. LSC combined both live and virtual elements into the training. This year's live elements included everything from aircraft carriers to submarines to shore logistics and maintenance crews. The advanced technology on the Navy vessels allowed them all to connect through a massive virtual network. For instance, with the ease of essentially playing a video game, sailors sitting on a ship docked along the North Carolina coast could interact with their fellow sailors on board a ship at sea in the Mediterranean, and they could coordinate operations as if both ships were in the same place. Various other virtual allied ships and elements also took part in the large-scale exercise, as well as a host of virtual combatants from the two near-peer adversarial nations. While the Navy did not say the two enemy nations were meant to simulate China and Russia, the tactics employed by the enemy vessels were based on, quote, real-world events. The sheer size of large-scale exercise is designed to test the fundamental components of how the Marines and Navy will fight in future conflicts. After 2 decades locked in land battles, the Marines are going back to their island-hopping roots, relying more on expeditionary tactics to operate from littoral regions. The Navy will need to counter emerging threats like unmanned systems and new electronic warfare measures, as well as the old favorites like anti-ship missiles, torpedoes, submarines, and other surface vessels. While the warfighting was all virtual, the crew of the USS Porter still had time to perform some real-life heroics during LSC 2023. 4 civilian scuba divers who'd been missing for 14 hours were spotted floating on a small raft about 40 nautical miles off the coast of North Carolina. The Porter sent a small support craft to rescue the divers. The commander of the Navy's 2nd Fleet said the fact the Porter was able to conduct the rescue and participate in one of the biggest global naval exercises of the year is a testament to the crew's flexibility and readiness. If you want more unbiased, straight-fact reporting on the U.S. Navy and other military matters right on your phone, be sure to download the Straight Arrow News app or go to san.com.
Thanks for watching. In this time of media mistrust, Straight Arrow News is on a mission to bring you unbiased, fact-based reporting. So to make sure you get journalism that you trust, like and subscribe to Straight Arrow News below. It goes a long way in telling YouTube we're the kind of news that you want to see more of. And for all of our content, go to straightarrownews.com.